in the name of God, the gracious, the merciful. When your Lord said to the angels, I am placing a successor on earth. They said, will you place in it someone who will cause corruption in it and shed blood, while we declare your praises and sanctify you? He said, I know what you do not know. And he taught Adam the names, all of them. Then he presented them to the angels, and said, tell me the names of these, if you are sincere. They said, glory be to you. We have no knowledge except what you have taught us. It is you who are the knowledgeable, the wise. He said, O Adam, tell them their names. And when he told them their names, he said, did I not tell you that I know the secrets of the heavens and the earth, and that I know what you reveal and what you conceal? And we said to the angels, bow down to Adam. They bowed down, except for Satan. He refused, was arrogant, and was one of the disbelievers. We said, O Adam, inhabit the garden, you and your spouse, and eat from it freely as you please, but do not approach this tree, lest you become wrongdoers. But Satan caused them to slip from it, and caused them to depart the state they were in. We said, go down, some of you enemies of one another. And you will have residence on earth, and enjoyment for a while. Then Adam received words from his Lord, so he relented towards him. He is the relenting, the merciful. We said, go down from it, all of you. Yet whenever guidance comes to you from me, then whoever follows my guidance, they have nothing to fear, nor shall they grieve. God chose Adam, and Noah, and the family of Abraham, and the family of Imran, over all mankind. The likeness of Jesus in God's sight is that of Adam. He created him from dust, then said to him, be, and he was. O people! Fear your Lord, who created you from a single soul, and created from it its mate, and propagated from them many men and women. And revere God whom you ask about, and the parents. Surely, God is watchful over you. We created you, then we shaped you, then we said to the angels, bow down before Adam. So they bowed down, except for Satan. He was not of those who bowed down. He said, what prevented you from bowing down when I have commanded you? He said, I am better than he. You created me from fire, and you created him from mud. He said, get down from it. It is not for you to act arrogantly in it. Get out. You are one of the lowly. He said, give me respite, until the day they are resurrected. He said, you are of those given respite. He said, because you have lured me, I will waylay them on your straight path. Then I will come at them from before them, and from behind them, and from their right, and from their left. And you will not find most of them appreciative. He said, get out of it, despised and vanquished. Whoever among them follows you, I will fill up hell with you all. And you, Adam, inhabit the garden, you and your wife, and eat whatever you wish. But do not approach this tree, lest you become sinners. But Satan whispered to them, to reveal to them their nakedness, which was invisible to them. He said, your Lord has only forbidden you this tree, lest you become angels, or become immortals. And he swore to them, I am a sincere adviser to you. So he lured them with deceit. And when they tasted the tree, their nakedness became evident to them, and they began covering themselves with the leaves of the garden. And their Lord called out to them, did I not forbid you from this tree, and say to you that Satan is a sworn enemy to you? They said, our Lord, we have done wrong to ourselves. Unless you forgive us, and have mercy on us, we will be among the losers. He said, "Fall, some of you enemies to one another. On earth you will have residence and livelihood for a while." He said, "In it you will live, and in it you will die, and from it you will be brought out. O children of Adam, we have provided you with clothing to cover your bodies, and for luxury. But the clothing of piety, that is best. These are some of God's revelations, so that they may take heed. O children of Adam, do not let Satan seduce you, as he drove your parents out of the garden, stripping them of their garments, to show them their nakedness. He sees you, him and his clan, from where you cannot see them. We have made the devils friends of those who do not believe. O children of Adam, dress properly at every place of worship, and eat and drink, but do not be excessive. He does not love the excessive. O children of Adam, when messengers from among you come to you, relating to you my revelations, whoever practices piety and reforms, upon them shall be no fear, nor shall they grieve. And when your Lord summoned the descendants of Adam, and made them testify about themselves, "Am I not your Lord?" they said, "Yes, we testify." Thus you cannot say on the day of resurrection, "We were unaware of this." It is He who created you from a single person, and made from it its mate, that He may find comfort with her. Then, when He has covered her, she conceives a light load, and she carries it around. But when she has grown heavy, they pray to God their Lord, "If you give us a good child, we will be among the thankful." We created the human being from clay, from molded mud. And the jinn we created before, from piercing fire. Your Lord said to the angels, "I am creating a human being from clay, from molded mud. When I have formed him, and breathed into him of my spirit, fall down prostrating before him." So the angels prostrated themselves, all together. Except for Satan. He refused to be among those who prostrated themselves. He said, "O Satan, what kept you from being among those who prostrated themselves?" He said, "I am not about to prostrate myself before a human being, whom you created from clay, from molded mud." He said, "Then get out of here, for you are an outcast. And the curse will be upon you until the day of judgment." He said, "My Lord, reprieve me until the day they are resurrected." He said, "You are of those reprieved until the day of the time appointed." He said, "My Lord, since you have lured me away, I will glamorize for them on earth, and I will lure them all away, except for your sincere servants among them." He said, "This is a right way with me. Over my servants you have no authority, except for the sinners who follow you." When we said to the angels, "Bow down before Adam," they bowed down, except for Satan. He said, "Shall I bow down before someone you created from mud?" He said, "Do you see this one whom you have honored more than me? If you reprieve me until the day of resurrection, I will bring his descendants under my sway, except for a few." He said, "Begone. Whoever of them follows you, hell is your reward, an ample reward. And entice whomever of them you can with your voice, and rally against them your cavalry and your infantry, and share with them in wealth and children, and make promises to them. But Satan promises them nothing but delusion. As for my devotees, you have no authority over them. Your Lord is an adequate guardian. We have honored the children of Adam, and carried them on land and sea, and provided them with good things, and greatly favored them over many of those we created. We said to the angels, "Bow down to Adam." So they bowed down, except for Satan. He was of the jinn, and he defied the command of his Lord. "Will you take him and his offspring as lords instead of me?" when they are an enemy to you. Evil is the exchange for the wrongdoers. These are some of the prophets God has blessed, from the descendants of Adam, and from those we carried with Noah, and from the descendants of Abraham and Israel, and from those we guided and selected. Whenever the revelations of the Most Gracious are recited to them, they would fall down, prostrating and weeping. And we covenanted with Adam before, but he forgot, and we found in him no resolve. And when we said to the angels, bow down to Adam, they bowed down, except for Satan. He refused. We said, O Adam, this is an enemy to you and to your wife. So do not let him make you leave the garden, for then you will suffer. In it you will never go hungry, nor be naked. Nor will you be thirsty in it, nor will you swelter. But Satan whispered to him. He said, O Adam, shall I show you the tree of immortality, and a kingdom that never decays? And so they ate from it. Whereupon their bodies became visible to them, and they started covering themselves with the leaves of the garden. Thus Adam disobeyed his Lord, and fell, but then his Lord recalled him, and pardoned him, and guided him. He said, Go down from it, altogether. Some of you enemies of some others. But whenever guidance comes to you from me, whoever follows my guidance, will not go astray, nor suffer. Did I not covenant with you, O children of Adam, that you shall not serve the devil? That he is your sworn enemy? Your Lord said to the angels, I am creating a human being from clay. When I have formed him, and breathed into him of my spirit, fall prostrate before him. So the angels fell prostrate, all of them. Except for Satan. He was too proud, and one of the faithless. He said, O Satan, what prevented you from prostrating before what I created with my own hands? Are you too proud, or were you one of the exalted? He said, I am better than he. You created me from fire, and you created him from clay. He said, Then get out of here. You are an outcast, and my curse will be upon you until the day of judgment. He said, Lord, defer me until the day they are resurrected. He said, You are one of those deferred. Until the day of the time appointed. He said, By your majesty, I will seduce them all. Except for your loyal servants among them. He said, The truth is, and I say the truth. I will fill hell with you, and with every one of them who follows you. He created you from one person, then made from it its mate, and brought down livestock for you, 8 kinds in pairs. He creates you in the wombs of your mothers, in successive formations, in a triple darkness. Such is God, your Lord. His is the kingdom. There is no God but He. So what made you deviate? And relate to them the true story of Adam's 2 sons. When they offered an offering, and it was accepted from one of them, but it was not accepted from the other. He said, I will kill you. He said, God accepts only from the righteous. If you extend your hand to kill me, I will not extend my hand to kill you. For I fear God, Lord of the worlds. I would rather you bear my sin and your sin, and you become among the inmates of the fire. Such is the reward for the evildoers. Then his soul prompted him to kill his brother, so he killed him, and became one of the losers. Then God sent a raven digging the ground, to show him how to cover his brother's corpse. He said, Woe to me! I was unable to be like this raven, and bury my brother's corpse. So he became full of regrets. Because of that we ordained for the children of Israel that whoever kills a person, unless it is for murder or corruption on earth, it is as if he killed the whole of mankind. And whoever saves it, it is as if he saved the whole of mankind. Our messengers came to them with clarifications, but even after that, many of them continue to commit excesses in the land.